We unearth the common source of pain, sickness, weight gain, and general unhappiness. Up next on Comcast Newsmakers.
Bringing you the news and information you need from the people making a difference. This is Comcast Newsmakers.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Newsmakers. It can make you overeat. It can weaken your immune system. It can rob you of your happiness. Here to help show us how to relieve daily stress is this hour's Newsmaker, Mike Menkes. He's owner of Stress Breaker, and thank you very much for joining us. And you're here as an answer to prayer for many people out there right now watching this show. We see more and more people under stress nowadays than we have ever before, haven't we?
This is a world of stress, and whether it's a Katrina, a college campus shooting, driving home in traffic, work, our armed forces overseas, stress is universal.
And we can't avoid it. So what you've come up with is a method to relieve stress. And I think we got a little, I guess, video that shows graphically what we're talking about here. And this basically takes a look at your system, your entire spinal system. And cerebrospinal fluid is what we're talking about here, right?
We're talking about undue pressure on the cerebrospinal fluid caused by tension that actually increases pressure and keeps us under such great tension that nothing seems to alleviate.
And that affects your entire spine?
Well, the spine affects every part of our body. It's the central nervous system. So if you can make your central nervous system relax, you can affect any part of your body.
This HPA axis, what's that?
Hypothalamus, pituitary, adrenal axis.
Okay. And the adrenal cortex is in your kidneys.
Just above them. They're called suprarenals. That's correct.
And too much adrenaline in your system causes that stress, that fight or flight symptom, right?
When it's sustained, it's a combination of fight and flight. That's called stress. You have to go back and face the danger.
And these are the pressure points right there in the back of the head.
Above the top of the spine.
Okay, and the two little green dots there, that's where you apply the pressure. This is where the magic comes about, right?
Those are the 2 points of contact. That's correct. And the person receiving the therapy is the one that applies the pressure.
All right. So we're going to do this live because I told you before we started I had this pain in the neck, and it's somewhat chronic. And you said that you have a way of actually relieving that.
Without touching your neck. Because I found that most pain is referred pain.
Okay. So it's really not in my neck, it's someplace else. So
it's literally all in your head. So I'm just going to hold the 2 contact points.
All right.
And you're going to apply about 1 pound of pressure into my fingers.
Back like this?
Perfect.
Okay.
And if you'll just hold this for about a minute, I'll give you the explanation.
Okay. Now what's happening right now in my head?
What we're doing is releasing the nerve that's contracting the muscles of your scalp, which are contracting the movable bones in the top of your head, the cranial area.
Okay.
Now, underneath your brain to your tailbone is cerebrospinal fluid. It's a closed system. When that system is even tighter, the pressure on your cerebrospinal fluid is increased. Your midbrain, your hypothalamus, senses the increased pressure, and through the pituitary adrenal axis tells you to get ready for the elephant that's stomping through your village. Now, what we're doing is kind of like inflating a limp balloon. We're actually slightly expanding the top of your head, dropping the pressure on your cerebrospinal fluid because now there's more space. When your midbrain senses the sustained drop, it will alert the adrenal glands the danger has passed.
Now, basically what's happening, though, right now is that affects the muscles in your neck and the muscles in your back as well? You
be the judge, because while we've gone through our explanation, you can slowly release our contact.
Okay.
And now the last part of this stress relief that I call cranial balance is for you to actually stand up and walk a few steps. And that's going to reinstate a new brain-body or neural-muscular connection.
Interesting.
Now, every person is unique, so I welcome what you have to say.
I actually feels a lot better. I mean, there's still a little pain. It's somewhat gone, but I feel a lot clear-headed. Very clear-headed.
Absolutely. And because this is a chronic situation, you have a little bit of inflammation which will alleviate.
This hour's Newsmaker, Mike Menkes, with some helpful tips in relieving daily stress. I'm Spiro Kent.
The preceding has been a presentation of Comcast Newsmakers. And now, back to CNN Headline News.